Who's ready to operate on some orders? Okay, here we go. Order of operations. Find the value of the expression 3 plus 5 times 2. What answer do you get if you multiply before adding? Well, let's see. If we did the multiplication, 5 times 2 is 10. So we'd have 3 plus 10, which is 13. Great. How about if we add before multiplying? Well, 3 plus 5 is 8. And then 8 times 2 is 16. Whoa, weird. That's really strange. How does the order in which you do the operations affect your answer? Well, we get different answers. The answers have a difference of 3, right? Because 13 and 16 are 3 apart. Which is weird because both times we did the steps correctly that they told us to do. So that's why people came up with an order of operations. It's like a common way that everyone can agree upon how you simplify expressions. So many of you have probably seen the "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally." All right? The important thing about that "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally" is, well, let's go over what it is first. P stands for parentheses or grouping symbols. So you might see it as brackets, or you might see it as a fraction, and like the whole numerator is one grouped thing, and the whole denominator is a group. So it's basically groups. Then E is your exponents. We know what exponents are. You look, it's a little a to the n power. Now the M and the D. A lot of people think that multiplication and division, you always do multiplication first and then you do division. But they're actually the same step. Multiplication and division are the same step. Once you get it down to that, you start on the left and you go to the right. So if you had 4 divided by 2 times 2, you would do left to right. So you don't do the multiplication first. You would do the 4 divided by 2 first, which is 2, then times 2, right, which is 4. So that's the correct way you would simplify that. It's the same thing with the addition and subtraction. It's the same step. You just go from the left to the right. So if you had 10 minus 1 plus 9, you would just start on the left and go to the right. So 10 minus 1 is 9. Plus 9 is 18. That would be the correct answer. But some people just go, oh, well, in PEMDAS, A comes before S, so we do addition first. 1 plus 9 is 10, and 10 minus 10 is 0. See how that gives you a different answer there? So multiplication, division, same step, left to right. Addition, subtraction, same step, left to right. So let's try some of these out. 4 plus 15 divided by 3. If we're running through, are there grouping symbols? No. Are there exponents? No. Is there multiplication or division? Yes. I see 15 divided by 3, so we're going to do that first. And how many 3's go into 15? 5. So then we're left with 4 plus 5, which is 9. All right, the second one. No grouping symbols, right? None of these have parentheses on them yet. No exponents. Multiplication, division, yes. We have 5 times 3, which is 15. And then we do our addition and subtraction. 2 plus 15 is 17. Now I have a few. Do I? Yeah. I'd like you to try out these. Now look on D, it says 1 and then a little dot and 7. That means multiplication. So we're done using the X for the most part with multiplication. So pause, try these out. I'm going to go over them right now. Here we do division first. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Minus 1 is 3. Here we do our multiplication first before subtraction. 1 times 7 is 7. So we have 10 minus 7, which is 3. Great. All right. We're going to dial it up a little bit. So, are there parentheses on A? No. Are there exponents? No. Is there multiplication and division? Yes. So let's start on the left and go to the right. I have 3 times 5 is 15. Let's go ahead and write out the full step there. All we did was the 3 times 5 there. Do we still have multiplication or division? Yes, we have division. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So we have 15 minus 2 plus 6. We don't have any more multiplication and division, so then we go to addition and subtraction. We have that. We start on the left and go to the right. 15 minus 2 is 13. And then we have 13 plus 6 is 19. So let's try another one. And then you're going to try C on your own. No grouping symbols, no exponents, multiplication and division, left to right. Here we have multiplication. 1 times 2 is 2. So 4 minus 2 plus 6 divided by 3. Do we have any more multiplication and division? Yes. We have division right back here. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So if we bring down the other stuff, 4 minus 2 plus 2. No more multiplication and division. So now it's addition and subtraction left to right. 4 minus 2 is 2. Plus the other 2 for our last step gives us a final answer of 4. So I'd like you to pause, try out C, and I'm going to go over it right now. Check your work. Multiplication. Then we have division. 24 divided by 3 is 8. So 5 plus 8 minus 1. Addition and subtraction left to right. 5 plus 8 is 13. Minus 1 gives us 12. Fantastic. All right, let's move on. Ooh, now we've got the grouping symbols. Ooh. All right. Now, you always start with the innermost grouping symbols and then work your way out. So I see brackets and parentheses on A. We're going to start with the innermost parentheses, the 2 times 2. And 2 times 2 is 4. So we have 10 divided by bracket 9 minus 4. So we're still working in that grouping symbol. The 9 minus 4 is 5. So we have 10 divided by 5. And then we just do what's left. 10 divided by 5. How many 5s go into 10? 2. I'm going to leave B for you to try. Let's try C because this is technically a grouping symbol. The fraction groups the numerator all together. So we're going to do 10 minus 2 first. So 10 minus 2 is 8. Now we have 2 options here. Do we go with addition or do we go with division? And yes, we go with division. 8 divided by 4 is 2. And then our last step, 1 plus 2 is 3. So pause and try out B. I'm going to go over it. Let's start with 3. We're going to do 13 minus 4 first, which is 9. Still in those grouping symbols, we have 9 divided by 3 is 3. Now these two are right next to each other, which again means we are multiplying. So 2 times 3 gives us the final answer of 6. So that is it for the formal notes. We're going to go over all the practice problems. So this is going to go at a quicker pace. So pay attention. Feel free to pause, rewind, whatever. All right. So we're going to do our division first out of this stuff. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 12 minus 4 plus 3. And we go left to right. 12 minus 4 is 8. Plus 3 is 11. All right. Here we've got division. 21 divided by 7 is 3. Then we have multiplication still to do. 14 times 2 is 28. So 3 plus 28, which gives us 31. All right, we've got multiplication. 2 times 2 is 4. We've got more multiplication. 0 times 4 is 0. So 4 plus 0 gives us 4. All right, let's keep it going. Got parentheses. 8 divided by 4 is 2. I see multiplication. Okay, 3 times 2 is 6. We do that before the addition. 7 plus 6 is 13. We have parentheses. 15 minus 9 is 6. But this is technically all multiplication, right? 2 parentheses 6 means 2 times 6. And we also have the times 9. The order technically doesn't matter when it's all multiplication. But we're just going to go left to right. 2 times 6 is 12. Times 9 gives us 108. All right, innermost parentheses. 6 times 8 is 48. See, in those brackets, 2 plus 48 is 50. Minus 1 gives us 49. All right, let's move down here. The student found the value of the expression this to be 6. Explain the student's error. Well, let's figure out what should it have been. So we should do division first. 30 divided by 6 is 5, minus 1 is 4. This is the correct answer, so how could they have gotten 6? Well, they probably just did it backwards. They probably did the 6 minus 1 first, which is 5, and then 30 divided by 5 is 6. That's not going to work. So that's their error. They subtracted before using division, before dividing, let's say that. Great, so they just flip-flopped the order of operations. It happens. All right, let's try some more out. 56 minus 5 is 51. Divided by 17. 51 divided by 17 is 3. Here we've got division first. 60 divided by 4. Think of a clock. 60 minutes. If you divide it into 4 chunks, it's 15-minute chunks. And then 15 plus 9 gives you 24. All right, here we start with our innermost parentheses, the 5 minus 3, which is 2. We still got those brackets, so we'll work in there. 8 plus 2 is 10. Okay, 2 bracket 10 means 2 times 10, which is 20. Minus 8 gives us 12. Insert grouping symbols to make each number sentence true. So this has to come out to 66, which as it is, we would do the multiplication first. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 7 gives us 31. Ugh. So where can we throw parentheses? Well, we can't throw them around the multiplication because that wouldn't make a difference. So let's try here with the 7 plus 4. 7 plus 4 is 11. 11 times 6 gives us 66. Nice. All right, this comes out to 17. Now, if we were doing this, we would do 7 times 8 first. 56 minus 6 is 50, plus 3 is 53, not 17. So where else could we put parentheses? Let's see. Well, if we kind of work backwards, plus 3 here, what plus 3 would give us 17? 14. So can we make the left side of this equal 14? It's like, yeah, 7 times 2 is 14. So if we put parentheses there, that would be 7 times 2 is 14, plus 3 gives us 17. These are tough ones. All right, now this, we would do multiplication first. 10, 3 plus 8 is 11, minus 10 would be 1. So let's kind of think backwards. We know at the end, or we're going to be multiplying by 5 to 45. What times 5 gives us 45? It's 9 times 5, right? So can we make the left side of this come out to 9? Yeah, I mean, it does come out to 9. 3 plus 8 is 11, minus 2 is 9. So if we put parentheses around the 3 of those, we're gold. All right, last one here. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 9 is 27, minus 4 is 23. Sounds good. 6 times 3 is 18, 27. We don't need it. We're good. Or if they're going to force us to, we can just put it there. All right, write a numerical expression for each phase, then simplify the phrase. Now we kind of did this last time when we were doing the numerical expressions. 5 added 2, so that means 5 plus product means multiplication. 4 and 9. Cool. There's the expression, numerical expression. Now we would do multiplication first. 4 times 9 is 36. And then 5 plus 36 gives us 40. 21 minus. Now when it says the sum of, we're going to put that in parentheses. Because they're not just saying 21 minus 15. They're saying, well, 21 minus the sum of 15 and 5. So we have to do the sum part first. And the only way we're going to be able to write that is if we put them in parentheses. What's 15 plus 5? Now if we do our order of operations, we would do the sum first, right? Because it's in parentheses. So 15 plus 5 is 20. And 21 minus 20 comes out with 1. All right, we got one more, yeah? 17 minus, okay? Quotient of 25 and 5. Quotient means division. So we would do the division first. 25 divided by 5 is 5. And 17 minus 5 gives us 12. That's it. We did it. We did it. Yes. Yeah.